Okay, welcome back. Let's put a big word into our vocabulary. Let's talk about what we mean by perpendicular. What does it mean for two lines to be perpendicular? Well, we mean that they come together at a right angle. And you'll remember that a right angle is a 90-degree angle. So when we talk about two lines being perpendicular, we mean that if one of the lines looks like this, maybe that's line L, then the other line has to look like this. That at this point right here where they come together, that's a right angle, 90 degrees. That's what it means for two lines to be perpendicular. And it's really easy for you to take two pencils and hold them at right angles. That's not hard at all. Perpendicular lines are everywhere in geometry. Uh, there is no geometry where you cannot make right angles. That's just the way this goes. So what does it mean when you have a plane? Here's a plane gamma, and you want to draw a line that is perpendicular to that plane. Well, think about it. The plane is your tabletop, your desktop, the top of the mattress you're sitting on, the floor, any flat surface. How do you take a pencil and hold it perpendicular to that desk, table, mattress, floor? What does that look like for you? How are you holding it? Okay, that makes sense, right? Probably like so, and then there's like some point of contact, and then it can, oh, that is just, like I can't hold that steady? Really? The YouTube comments are going to be terrible, right? Like that. That's what it looks like. You have some perpendicular, right? And but how do you know it's perpendicular? Well, you know it's perpendicular because where that line hits the plane, where the red line hits the plane, there's some other line in plane gamma. And this angle is a right angle. The angle between the red line and a line in the plane that goes through that intersection point, they come together at a right angle. So we use the definition from here to talk about what happens here. A line is perpendicular to a plane if at the intersection point of the line and the plane, a line in the plane that intersects that line does so at a right angle. And it doesn't have to be the blue line. It can be this purple line. It can be this orange line. It doesn't matter. Every line passing through that intersection point that lives in plane gamma comes together at a right angle with the red line. All of them come together at right angles. That's the way. Okay, but what do we do when two planes come together? If you have plane gamma like so, and you want to draw a plane that is perpendicular to plane gamma, how do you do that? Well, it would appear that you would have to have some plane like so that intersects, and maybe it goes below, and that's fine, just showing that there's stuff underneath. So we imagine you've got a flat surface, and you take some other flat surface and you want to bring that second flat surface in such a way that it is perpendicular to the first flat surface. This will be plane delta. How do we know that gamma is perpendicular to delta? Well, these two planes come together in a single line. They come together in a single line. Here's the deal. If we take a line that is perpendicular to that green line, it lives in delta. If we take a line that live, I'm sorry, I'll try that again. If we take a line that lives in delta and is perpendicular to the green line, right angle, we're A-OK. We're A-OK. And just to confirm, there's a line that's perpendicular to the green line and lives in gamma, right angle this way. To be clear, this angle, this angle is what we call a dihedral angle. It is the angle between two planes. So when we measure an angle between two planes, we take a ray that lives in one plane with an endpoint on the line of intersection, and then we take a ray in the other plane with an endpoint in the line of intersection. Same point in the line of intersection. And the angle between those two rays is considered the angle between the planes. It's the only way we can think of to measure the angle between two planes. So you have a right angle between two planes if the dihedral angle measures 90 degrees. Try it out. Take a couple of folders or a couple pieces of paper or a couple of pieces of cardboard or your favorite flat surfaces. Make them have an acute angle with each other. An obtuse, well, I suppose if you make them have an acute angle, they have an obtuse angle with each other. Make them have a right angle with each other, so they are perpendicular. Try this out with common household objects, and I'll see you in class.